Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house, bringing you another great edition of Modern Warfare 3 from me to you, because that's what I do, what I like to do. We are covering the AK47. Ooh, you like the blue camo? I kind of like the blue camo. Camo specific, does it really matter with your weapon? A lot of people ask me, hey, fisticuffs, huh? Why don't you use gold? Why don't you use... Even though it doesn't make a difference based on how your character blends into the background, it has no significance one way or the other. You're not gonna stick out like a sore thumb whether you have gold or not. So it's more like aesthetics. What do you like to look at when you play? What makes you feel good? Are you feeling blue? You feeling red? You feeling gold camo? Whatever. But anyways, we're doing this is the AK47 with the Acog. I think I got the double dot in there because I like playing the bouncing dots with the AK47. I think this is dual attachment as well with extended mags and Acog, so it's, you know, attachments. You get 2 attachments. So I don't have kick. I don't have none of that. Specifically speaking, I like, now you'll notice here in this map how the AK47 is not working for campers who deliberately go out of their way to camp. But specifically speaking, as far as kick is concerned, to me, the AK-47, the way it handles and the way it bounces is more of like a double tap, you know, with the controller. You can hit somebody, they'll flinch. I call it reeling. So from now on, from this point forward, flinching to the developers in the way they use the definition is when you get hit by bullets. Now, flinching was never used in Call of Duty 4, but in every Call of Duty after that, there's always been reeling. From now on, I'm going to call it reeling because you're not flinching when you're getting shot. You're reeling. So if some bullets are hitting you, you're reeling back from the bullets hitting you. So when I use, like these guys, look at these guys camping specifically, and this is why I use the FMG9s for idiots like this. These are great examples. Like last video I showed you, you get into tight situations when to use those. When you have people with shields, you want to make sure that you have an equalizer for nonsense in the game. And it's for much as people bandwagon or ride the definition of a new weapon, the FMG9s and the Strikers have been nerfed 4 times. So for people to say that, they're just noobs about the patches and updates. Specifically, they don't know what they're talking about. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I've proven time and time over again how the FMG9s are supposed to be used as secondaries in every single video that I've used. So, and I also countered that argument with the Glock 18s, basically running them solo, getting the same amount of scores. This is all based on user familiarity and gameplay. So anybody else who's saying otherwise, they're just a sheep and they're following people and they don't want to be discounted or removed from the in crowd who's thinking it's bad, which it's not. It's the best secondaries in the game for my style of gameplay. That's why I use them. So let's go back to the setup of the. Now you see the FMG9s. I use those to come in close quarter combats. Now when I come back out, I use the AK-47 with the Acog. You go into close quarter combat situations like right here. You got to pull them out. That's what they're used for. That's the point of using those weapons. Now going back to the original statement where I left off before I went on the tangent about the FMG9s. The AK-47 with the Acog not having kick and whatnot, and when I was talking about having the double tap or when you catch people in a reeling situation, that's what's good about this weapon. Its reset is really fast, and at medium to long range with the Acog, it's not that bad of an idea. But as far as a general rule, if you look at the way the Acog, for one, here are the negatives of the Acog. If you look at the Acog as it rests in the walking or running position, you're taking up space in which it blocks. It's kind of like a rear view mirror. It blocks objects that you may not see. So in this game, when you're at a 45-degree angle of view, every position in which you're able to view things at a short viewing range is important. So when you have the Acog sticking out there, you're going to lose some of your view to the right of your screen. So no matter, you got enough objects blocking you in this game. So as far as that's concerned, I think it's a negative. Secondly, the Acog, it's no different from using with or without or red dot or any other sight on there. Simple reason being is the gameplay, and I might go over this next after we do these weapon reviews and you guys leave your top 5. Like, look at this clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you deserve to get FMG Knight if you're sitting in the corner with a shield. Literally, you have to go through and hunt these people down. That's why I got the streaks that I got. Look at this. You're not funny, guy. You get raped all day long by my air support. And so, that's the point being right here. We'll go over those map-specific gameplays in conjunction with weapons. I'll probably try to do this more in the earlier stage of gaming for the next set of videos that I do in the next Call of Duty. A lot of times I just go over it and I just assume everybody knows everything and I'm just doing commentaries. But I think I'm going to be more how-to, experience-wise, gameplay, explaining things to you as how I view them. So the AK47 with the Acog, going back to the situation of the Acog being importance, I mean, more or less, it's got more negatives than positives. We have to realize that the majority of the maps in Modern Warfare 3 are medium to short maps. So, specifically speaking, is the Acog going to be, a positive for you? No, it's just like the thermal scope. It's just there for aesthetics. At best, it's probably a plus like 3 to your kill death ratio or the kills you're getting. If anything, it's a hindrance when it rests and it stays in the position that it's in for your visuals, and then pulling up the Acog and then shooting off the hip with the setup that we have here, which is I think sleight of hand, and I believe sleight of hand, and this one I have sleight of hand, hardline, and dead silence. And so I'm not getting quick fire, which, I mean, what is it? Amos, I don't know what it's called. Rapid, not quick fire, but quick draw. I'm sorry, there it is. Now I think I will do the quick draw on the next set of videos. We can be more detailed about these things where we put quick draw in, but if you have the ability to have the skills and play the game, then you really don't need quick draw. It'd be more advantageous to go with hardline and then stack your streaks that way. So when talking about the Acog and the AK47, map specifically speaking to this setup here, I mean, I wouldn't use an Acog on a short map like this, but it just happened to turn out that I had a somewhat good game and literally had to go through and hunt down all these people who don't want to move, and it'll be indicative of the score at the end. You'll see, it'll realize it mainly. This team wasn't moving around, and I steal this care package here, the blue Acog. So let me know, do you want to see another video? I got one on Liberation, which was really good, which was I think it was Deep Impact and extended mags, no scope, no kick, but I used Deep Impact. I mean, it really didn't make a difference. But the point is, you can see through. I mean, you can hit people through like bushes, trees, shit like that. It was pretty cool, and it was a good game, long game like this, and we'll have a lot to talk about it. And I used a different camo. Yes, I was aiming at this guy, and then I don't know. That was the earlier one. I was shooting at his head, but Acog overall, professionally speaking, I would give it a 5. Really, I wouldn't. If you can aim off the iron sights and you can see visually from a 1080p TV or a monitor, there's no point of using the Acog. No specific points there. Why waste a perk? A lot of these things, these attachments are irrelevant, leading me to the point that maybe the game was a little bit rushed and it could have been a lot better. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown. Until next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace. I'm out.